Welcome to Kizipedia, Philosophy Made Simple. This session is on doing philosophy and doing African philosophy with distinguished Professor Jim Ijenwa Una in his book entitled African Philosophy and Phenomenology of Peace. Doing philosophy and doing African philosophy. For Una, doing philosophy entails the application of philosophy to particular situations for particular purposes. He describes this as authentic sense of philosophy. The authentic sense of philosophy guides it against superficial loquacity and unbridled verbal mysticism. Doing African philosophy in an authentic sense is enhanced by some provisions of the Nigerian University Commission (NUC) to establish the learning of philosophy on solid foundation, both for professionals and other learners. To make philosophy simple, to apply philosophical thinking to existential situations in Nigeria and Africa. Adequate knowledge production in philosophy should train learners with overall consciousness of human condition and radical conception of life in general. Philosophy should minimize ignorance, dispel illusions, cultivate reasoning to develop self-confidence for positive and constructive social engagements. Doing philosophy should equip the learners with the capacity to review received views, to either accept or reject opinions on rational grounds rather than prejudices. The authentic sense of philosophy is timeless and universal. However, its roots are cultural, experiential, and personal. That is, philosophy germinates from culture, experience, and human will. Philosophy from the Greek etymology, love of wisdom, entails profound thinking to determine the ultimate nature and meaning of things, technically described as reality. Doing philosophy entails critical thinking to determine the nature of reality, knowledge, truth, and values. This understanding integrates and harmonizes metaphysics, epistemology, ethics through logic, technically described as branches of philosophy. Metaphysics is advanced by idealism, materialism, and vitalism. Epistemology is advanced by empiricism, rationalism, and spiritual empiricism. Ethics has three core branches: metaethics, normative ethics, and applied ethics. Logic as reasoning is inductive and deductive. Philosophy enhances profound understanding of the meaning of things in the world, which helps to deal with complications, conflicts, and contradictions in human experience. Doing African philosophy, therefore, entails application of ideas through philosophical paradigms to address the concrete existential problems of emerging African societies and the New World Order. In this way, African philosophy solves the problem of development and social existence. Philosophy and development. Philosophy brings about development if and when it is applied to problems such as colonization, slavery, socioeconomic and political manipulations, gender and civil crisis, and unemployment. Peter Baduri identifies the disparity between theory and practice. He builds on Plato's unsuccessful experience in the state amidst his profound knowledge of philosophy to warn that a professional philosopher should not dabble into practical matters.